forward towards Beckie. It's Janine Beckie to win it for Canada!
The fact that she's playing for the Canadian national team is just so unreal to think about, given that her entire life has been spent living in the U.S.
Making the run. Beckie's in behind. Oh, yes!
I get to go to the World Cup and I get to represent my dad. And that's something that wouldn't have felt the same if I was wearing the American colors.
My husband and I were both born in Saskatchewan, had our first 3 children, moved to the U.S. Janine came along and was born as an American, but holds dual citizenship with Canada as well.
The one and only Saskatchewan plate. Ain't that a beauty?
We spent a lot of time in Canada when I was young. Like every summer we would drive up and spend the summer on the farm. That was really what I remember of my Canadian roots.
And there's the teepee after Dad worked on it.
Janine was definitely a daddy's girl. Her being a very athletic young woman and him being a very athletic man, they just had that special bond of doing things together.
Janine, say hi. Janine, what are you doing?
Gary was diagnosed with stage 3 melanoma in 1997, so Janine was about 3 years old, and he passed away in 2001.
I was so young when he passed away. I find out things that make me think of him as a superhero.
When I watch her play, I see him when he was an athlete, and he was an incredible basketball player and competitor. And she's been blessed with a lot of his gifts, and she values that and embraces that when she's on the field.
My dream was to be in the Olympics as an American athlete. That's the culture that I grew up in.
She had some very good experiences from a young age with the U.S. national team program, but the pool of talent in the U.S. is pretty significant. That's stiff competition, and she figured that out pretty early on.
I wasn't very confident that I was going to be in the mix for the Under-20 World Cup with the U.S. team. You know, by chance, I got a call from the coach of the Canadian women's Under-20 team. And he said, "We understand that you have Canadian citizenship. Have you ever thought about playing for Canada?" The advantage for me was I was going to get to the senior level quicker over here.
When it came time, I was just like, well, where do you think you're going to reach your fullest potential? And not many kids who grow up in America would say any other country but the U.S.
I went and I absolutely loved it. I connected with the girls right away.
The biggest thing that impressed her was their camaraderie, their cohesiveness. They had this common goal of really taking Canadian soccer to the next level. In my heart, I was super excited that she was gonna play for Canada, because that's my country, that's my roots.
With the cross in towards Michelle Prince. Prince trying to get the ball in, real chance, goal! Canada ahead! Janine Beckie, so valuable!
Canadians have a very deep pride for wearing the colors of the flag, and I felt that.
Here she goes, laid it off. One more. Oh, goodness.
When she got in with Canada, I just feel like they saw Janine for exactly what she was. They see that I'm a scorer. They get me.
But it drops nicely for Beckie on the edge of the area. Can she get a shot away? It squeezes in the corner.
I still have to pinch myself sometimes when, you know, I read something that says Canadian International, because I feel so much pride for that now.
She takes great pride in the fact that she's representing the Beckie family when she steps on the field, and she's representing her father's memory.
To wear his name on the back of my shirt and to represent that and to hear that name be called, I get to be a Beckie that wears the Canadian crest and represents his country.